Emily went on her very first date with a guy she met online. She quickly mistook it for true love and in her excitement gave herself completely to him. But she was wrong. This man, Jason, was nothing more than a twisted and manipulative predator. A few days later, after a workout, Emily felt refreshed as she wandered around Jason's luxurious villa. Unbeknownst to her, two armed men outside were watching her with sinister intent. They were Jason's shady friends. One of them, a mustached creep named Rick, didn't even try to hide his lustful gaze. The other, a heavier man named Tony, seemed quieter, but he was no better. One day, while Emily was changing, Rick casually pretended to pass by, then boldly approached her and started making inappropriate advances. Out of respect for her boyfriend, Emily hesitated to push back, but Rick quickly crossed the line, putting his hands on her. Emily struggled desperately. Meanwhile, Tony stood outside the door, witnessing everything. Instead of helping, he quietly shut the door and turned up the TV volume to drown out the noise. Emily was overpowered. When Jason returned, Rick calmly brushed it off, making a crude excuse. What Jason did next was even more shocking. He walked into Emily's room, handed her a large check, and tried to comfort her as if nothing serious had happened. "What's the big deal?" he said coldly. "You're just switching partners. Isn't this what you came here for? To make money off your body?" Enraged, Emily shouted back, calling him a monster. In response, Jason slapped her hard across the face and viciously insulted her, threatening worse if she didn't cooperate in the future. That's when Emily realized she had fallen into a trap, a den of wolves. She quickly got up and ran for her life. Rick and Tony immediately chased after her, but they were in a remote wilderness. After running for a while, Emily reached a dead end, a steep cliff behind her, and the three men closing in from the front. Despair filled her heart. She refused to become a victim to these monsters. At that moment, Jason pretended to change his mind. He pulled out his phone and made a call, saying he would arrange a helicopter to send Emily home. His anxious tone and hurried speech made her lower her guard. Slowly, he stepped closer, and then, suddenly, shoved her off the cliff. Emily fell, screaming, until her body was caught on a sharp tree branch below. The sight was horrifying. Rick and Tony were momentarily stunned. Afterward, Jason coldly instructed them to keep everything a secret and dispose of the body quickly, or they would all be in trouble. Back at the villa, Jason collected Emily's belongings while the other two prepared their weapons to erase any evidence. But what they didn't know, Emily wasn't dead, and one day she would come back for revenge.